What's up? What's up? What's up, you guys? Listen. I've been working. Don't say I ain't been working this weekend, baby. We've been working this weekend. We are here for the live review of Love and Marriage DC season 2, episode 8. I think we're on episode 8. So look, y'all, this probably ain't gonna take too long because this episode wasn't really a whole lot going on. I see the setup though. I see where we're going. I see there's a whole setup here that we're getting ready to. I'm sorry. So let me let everybody know that I'm live. Good evening, good evening, good evening. All right, so let me say hi to everybody as we come in. Hey, Tan. Hey, Jalen. You've been hanging with me all day, girl. Lemon Kush. What's going on? Sharice. Hey, Lady of Virtue. Hey. So hey, Rozzy. How you doing? So, I'm sorry. Let me pin it. Okay. So let's get into this. Okay, this is. Okay, I'm getting to my notes. So we start this episode off. We see that Quick has been in the hospital. He's got a condition that's dealing with his esophagus. He's been having the hiccups really bad. He lost his voice. You are loyal, and I'm appreciating it. Hey, Paul, how you doing, boo? And you can physically see that Ashley is tired. Like you can see it as she's walking up to the house. You can see it she's tired. And she said that they've been in the emergency room. I think she said twice. They've been back and forth. And she was coming home just to get some clothes and give the kids an update on what's going on. And ultimately, he ends up being referred to a specialist, and he may end up having to have surgery. Not really sure what causes this kind of thing. But at the end of the day, the one thing that has been consistent as far as Quick is concerned is that he just works too much and he doesn't give himself any breaks and he doesn't slow down. The only thing I can say to that, Quick, is God is giving you your warning bells. He's giving you your red flags. Last year, it was the gout in your wrist. You need your wrist to do your job. This year, it's your voice. It's your throat. You need your voice to do your job. So you having medical issues with instruments of your body that is essential to you being able to do this job that you love so much. You've got to take some heed. You've got to slow down. I refuse to believe you guys look like y'all live a decent lifestyle. Now y'all know I try not to get in people's pocketbooks, but it doesn't look like you guys live above your means. You guys have a nice house in a nice neighborhood. Your kids, I don't even know if their kids are in private school, but maybe they are in private school. Y'all drive nice vehicles. Look like you have, some nice clothing and things of that nature. But it's not like y'all are flying private jets every weekend. And again, I ain't in nobody's pockets. But I say all that to say, Quick, I feel like you could take a month off. I feel like you could tell your manager, clear my schedule. You have a DJ school. So I'm sure that there are events where you have people that you know in the industry or proteges that you can say, listen, I need you to call these parties that I've booked. And if it's something that I can get out of, I need you to get me out of it without penalty, without ruining my reputation. It is a medical situation. If it's something that we can rebook, let's rebook it. But at the end of the day, you need to take some time off. And I'm a firm believer, like God is sending you a message. God is sending you a message. You can listen to it. You can take heed to it. But you want to permanently lose, the use of your wrist or permanently damage your throat. Like you do radio, sir. You're a DJ. And again, I get it. You love what you do and you should. That's what you're supposed to. Like if you know, they say if you enjoy what you do, you'll never work again. So I feel it and I understand it. But this has been an ongoing theme about you and your health. So I don't know. Get it together, sir. Listen to your wife. Then we see Urena and Jamie at a sex store. Now listen, let me tell you something. I can appreciate that married couples, it gets stale. I can appreciate that. I hope it's nothing serious. I know someone who had a hiccup problem and it didn't end well. Oh no, Corey. I hope so too. Hey Harold, how you doing? I hope it's definitely something that they're gonna work on. They're gonna make sure they resolve it. I love the fact that they're showcasing their friend's business. That's great. You know, when it comes to, I'm gonna just say this. I feel like as a society, we really need to normalize a healthy sex life with our spouse, especially when you're married and this is your husband and this is who you're with. Like, it's nothing wrong with going and spicing up the bedroom. It's nothing wrong with going, like, there's some toys that are so harmless and it's just good fun, all the way up to, you know, people who are into, you know, kinks and what's the word I'm looking for? You know, that have fetishes, right? And if you're with the mate and y'all are cool with it, it's nothing wrong with it. Like, that's y'all's business. And so, you know, listen, girl, I appreciate that there was a conversation that the men were having with that the guy was having with Jamie, and I appreciate it's a conversation that Urena was having with the woman, and they was picking up some things that was going to help them do some things. I'm happy for it. But listen, I don't really want to keep hearing about their lack of a sex life. Either y'all just going to do something about it or y'all going to stop talking about it. I get it. Things get stale in the bedroom. Y'all been married for a long time. Y'all probably been having sex for a long time. At a certain point, maybe, you know, but then we have this conversation with Urena sort of confronting him about how he came at her at her wig party. Now, I wrote down a couple of things in my notes. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Hey, Nap Queen. He said two things that I thought were very important that I think sums this whole situation up. One, he wrote, "Don't forget about me." And two, he said, "I've been with you since you were a nobody." Urena tried to say that maybe Jamie was a little jealous and why he was acting the way he was acting at the wig party. He said, "I wasn't jealous." You know, he was like, "I'm just saying, don't forget about me." That's an interesting choice of words to say, "Don't forget about me," because you were coming at her about this TikTok content that, yes, you guys are monetized. And I'm sure you make a little piece of change off of being monetized off of TikTok. I believe that. But at the end of the day, don't crash my party with something we can talk about at home. Hey, Miss Carter, that's something we can talk. Hell, we can talk about that in the car on the way home. Why are you stopping in the middle of my event for my wig launch to talk about us doing some TikTok videos? And then she said, "Well, I think maybe you was a little jealous. Maybe that's why you felt like you needed to get some attention." Jealous? What am I gonna be jealous for? I knew you since you were since before you, when you were, I knew you, I've been with you since you were nobody or something, but he said nobody. Wow. Really, Jamie? Now, I'm going to say this. When it comes to reality shows, how much of this was a moment that was created for the show and how much of this is really who Jamie is? I like Jamie, right? I mean, I don't know him personally, but social media wise, I like him, right? Was this them creating a moment, a buzzworthy moment for them to talk? Because he was smiling through the whole thing, and I don't know. But then there's another side of me that feels like, no, this is who he is. And when we get to another scene a little bit later on, I'm gonna tell y'all why I feel like part of this is just who he is. But he did apologize, although I don't really think he meant it. think he meant it. He apologized, but I don't think he meant it. And I don't think he's going to do nothing different. I think he's going to keep being who he is because this is who he is. This is who he is. Urena should have said the same thing to him. True. Hey, what's up, Xavier? True. She could have said the same thing. Well, I've been with you since before when you was a nobody too, sir. You're right. She could have said that. But at the end of the day, I don't think a bill is going to not get paid in their household if they go a couple of weeks without doing a TikTok video. Like, I don't think that, they missing out, that they ain't going to be able to pay their rent or pay their mortgage or pay their car note. But okay, sir. Then we have a scene with Winter and her daughter. Winter say something about starting a candle line. And they were actually making candles. Okay, then. Her daughter has a boyfriend. His name is Kevin. Now, I feel like her daughter is very like flower child because she said something about they were at a thrift convention. Who knew that thrift stores had conventions? She said that she got a ring at the thrift convention. She says she's not engaged, but she's been dating a guy for 2 years. I guess it's like a promise ring or a pre-engagement ring or whatever. But excuse me. Have y'all ever heard of that before? I did not know there was such thing as a thrift convention. What happens at a thrift show convention? I mean, do all like thrift, like are they consignment shops that come together and people can buy? Because let's be clear, there's a difference between a thrift store and a consignment shop. Now I can see a bunch of consignment shops coming together because they have nice, they have high-end consignment shops that resell, high-end items or repurpose high-end items. A lot of celebrities sell their things through, third-party places like that where they put it at a high-end consignment shop or whatever. But I ain't never heard of no thrift convention. Now, I don't know if she misspoke or if that's just something we don't know about. There was like a thrifting event at Union Market recently with multiple vendors coming together. I imagine it was something like that. Okay, maybe that's what it was, ASB. Maybe that's what it was, girl, because I was like a thrift convention. I never heard of such. But I feel like her daughter is very like, flower child. She was cool with it. She was perfectly content with her thrift store ring, honey. But Winter was telling her about this guy, the guy that Shirelle and Black hooked her up with, and she's liking him. They've been talking. They have a blind date now. A double date. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just knock this double date out because this double date, it was cringeworthy. It was uncomfortable to watch. I don't know about y'all, but it was uncomfortable to watch this event because Shirelle was doing too much. Like, you hook them up, they make a cute couple, you see that they're talking, they're spending time together. Baby, let it go. Let it go, let it flow, let it go. Okay? Just enjoy the moment. Y'all went on a double date. It was a cute date. You did a private cooking class. I thought it was really cute. But even after they got done, you was acting a fool when they first got there. Then after y'all got done and y'all were eating the food. So, I mean, is this a match? I mean, what's going on with y'all? Like, I mean, how is everybody feeling? Girl, let it flow. Like, give it a minute. Let them go on some dates. Let them have some phone conversations. Let them figure it out for themselves. Listen, when you hook a couple up, first of all, I don't even hook people up. Like, if I have a get-together, I have an event, and I invite people, and you meet at my event or you meet at my get-together, that's cool. I hope it work out. You let me know how it is. But I don't hook people up because then when something goes wrong, then they looking at you with the side eye like you knew he won't ish when you talk to her. I didn't know nothing. I just know that I invited everybody to my house for a cookout. And just because y'all hooked up at the spades table, became partners, and then next thing you know, y'all are dating, and the next thing you know, y'all are married, living happily ever after. That actually happened to a friend of mine. They met at a cookout. We were all at playing spades, and 20 years later, they still married. That's where that came from. But Shirelle, you was doing too much. I feel like Shirelle is trying way too hard to create these reality TV moments. Even going back to the whole, You said my husband was shady. Like, I just feel like she's trying too hard to create these reality TV moments. And she's doing too much. It was annoying. It's actually a real thing. They sell vintage and collectible clothes there. Okay, I didn't know nothing about it, Jalen. That is wow. Hold on a second, y'all. Let me turn this heat down. Yeah, Shirelle's looking for her 15 minutes. Yeah, Shirelle is trying to be the new Monique. Ooh. Yeah, I just feel like she was just doing too much in that moment. But on the flip side, Joy need to quit the show. Again, I like Joy. I don't have no issue with Joy. From Ready to Love, she was one of my people that I liked on Ready to Love. I know a lot of people didn't like her from Ready to Love, and that's cool. But I wasn't one of those people. But you don't want to play the reality TV game, and that's okay. Here's the thing: everybody can't do the reality TV thing, and what I mean by that is she's frustrated with the girls, the women. I'll get there. I'm talking ahead of myself. We'll get there, child. We'll get there. Next, we have I told you this ain't gonna take long because this episode wasn't a lot going on. But we'll get to Joy in a minute. We'll get there. We see brunch with the Tylers and the Silvers, and they end up, again, Quick is letting them know what's going on with his health and giving them an update on everything going on with his health. I already talked about that. Then we see he asked about how everything went with the wig party, and they were like, oh, everything was cool until Jamie decided to show his ass. And Jamie was like, what y'all talking about? What I do wrong? What you mean? Now, Jamie, here's my issue. One, my problem is you don't get to drink and then use that as your excuse as to why you don't remember nothing. Now all of a sudden you don't remember nothing. Now all of a sudden you like, what? I said that? I don't remember saying that. You didn't remember calling your son a bum. Now you don't remember rolling up on your wife and being disrespectful. You don't remember none of that. And I just think that's a very convenient way to deal with what you don't want to deal with, because now you don't remember it. Now it's over your head. And I don't like that. Stand in your shit, because I don't believe you don't remember. And you know why I don't believe you don't remember? Because you and your wife just had a whole conversation about it. So you know what you did, you know what you said, and you know it was inappropriate. Here's my other issue with Jamie. And again, I don't have no beef with Jamie. But here's my other issue with Jamie. You think that shit's cute. I can say what I want to say. I don't have to. I don't. Everybody, because this is what I hate when people be like, well, they know how I am. Well, they know how I am. Well, they know how I am. He's been saying that since last season. Your bad attitude, and whenever somebody talks to you about your bad attitude, it always ends with, well, they know how I am. They know how I am. I hate that. Especially as grown people, I cannot stand that, because the reality is we all are set in our ways, and we all have things about ourselves that may or may not sit well with other people. But when you have people that you love, you make that effort, especially when they're telling you, hey, this isn't cute. This isn't cute. Yeah, everybody want to sell candles now, right? So, perfect example. I have a habit of I sing. I always find something to sing about. Like we could be having a conversation and you might say, yeah, make a left down there at the end of the road. I'm going to start singing End of the Road, Boys and Men. My brain is a jukebox. I just think I'm always connected to music. It irritates the hell out of my best friend, right? It irritates her. So I make a concerted effort to not do it when I am around her. Me and her had lunch today. She said something while we were having lunch, and she was like, yeah, it took them 7 days to respond to my email. Immediately, my head was like, 7 whole days. I was like I have to resist the urge, because I know that this is something that bothers her, and she has expressed it to me that it bothers her. It irritates her that she's trying to have a conversation with me and I just break out in the middle of a song while she's in the middle of a thought or the middle of saying something. I make an effort, right? That doesn't change who I am. I'm still a jukebox. I still do it all the time. I just try my best not to do it around her because it irritates her. Because that's what adults do. Does that mean that I'm not being who I am? Does that mean that I'm changing my personality? No, you can still be who you are. But if your wife is saying to you, I really need you to watch your tone when you're talking to me, I really need you to watch how you say things to me, then your response can't be, you know how I am. You know how I am. That's just who I am. No. And I know they've been together for 20 years, and he has probably been this person for 20 years. But you know what else I know is when you have a mirror in front of you, you see things a little differently. And what I mean by a mirror, now you got these cameras. Now you can look back on these scenes. Now you can see what everybody else sees. And it may not always feel too good. It may not always feel too good when you can see what other people see. See, it's very easy to be that way when y'all are behind closed doors or when you are around your group of friends and they just be like, oh, that's just how Jamie is. But now you've got hundreds of thousands of people that have an opinion because that's what we are. We're viewers that are going to have an opinion. I don't think Jamie's a bad person. I really don't. And I think that this is the nature of their relationship. It has been the nature of their relationship. But I also know that now that you have outside influence and outside opinions, it's going to hit different. It's going to hit different. And when you have people, I think that sometimes Quick speaks out of turn. Like sometimes he says stuff that he probably could just keep to himself. Sure, I do. But I also don't think it's coming from a place of malice. I don't think that when Quick is giving opinions, thoughts, or whatever, I don't think it's coming from a place of malice. And so when he's saying to Jamie, bro, you can't talk like that. You can't do that. I think it's coming from a genuine place. I do. Now, I'm sure his wife came home and told him all about that scene, which is the reason why he brought it up. Because his wife came home and told him about it. That's the reason why he brought it up. And Jamie's response was, well, they know how I am. And I can say what I want to say. And I can talk how I want to talk. Bro, you 50 years old. That's not enough. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, oh, people are fake and phony. I didn't know that was a thing either. Not shaming at all, but homeboy ain't got the coins to go down to the K Jewelers. Right, Harold. Exactly. He can't receive critiques of his behavior and looks at it like an attack on who he is. I hope the show opens his eyes because it's very annoying to watch. I mean, I never say never because, never's a strong word, but I don't know. Because it doesn't seem like it. If you watch him on his Instagram, his attitude is very, F y'all and F y'all's opinion. I feel like, and again, do I think their marriage is in trouble? No. Do I think she's going anywhere? No. Like, I really don't. I don't think it's that deep. But it definitely puts a different perspective. And I'm sure that people have told them over the years. I'm sure her friends have pulled her aside and been like, girl, you heard what that man just said to you? I'm sure that's happened. But it's going to come down to what she's expecting. And the difference too is now they are empty nesters, number one, because remember Jason's gone to his program. Lil Jamie out the house, child. And their daughter, she been gone. She got her own house and everything. So one, there are no more children in that house that they have to deal with, take care of. Also, Jamie is retired, which means he's home more often. So they're going to be around each other, and they're doing this TV show together. So that is going to change as well. Things that maybe you let go by you that that you didn't make a big deal out of. Now you looking at it with a little bit of a side eye, like, it's just going to hit different. But I feel like these people are trying to give you, and it's coming from a good place. Now, whether you choose to accept it or not, which it didn't look like he did, but they did say that when he get to drinking, that his personality changes. And Urena even said that their friends say the same thing, that when he get to drinking, they know that it's just going to be a different Jamie. That's not okay. That's not that's really not okay. But anyway, then we see Ashley and Alicia shopping for Ashley's Christmas party. Here's where the shit gets confusing to me. I'm not gonna front. I'm a little confused at this whole situation. So what it sounds to me like is Joy didn't want to come to the Okay, the whole Friendsgiving thing where Joy felt like Ashley and Alicia were talking ish about Shirelle and her wig. That's that event. Now, Ashley said, I purposely did not invite Shirelle because I wanted to invite Joy and Clifton because I haven't had a lot of time to get to know them and hang out with them. And Joy has let me know that she didn't want to come if Shirelle was going to be there, right? Okay, cool. So she said, but for my Christmas party, Joy was like, I'm not coming because Shirelle's going to be there. This is why I say, Joy, you just need to not do this show. And again, that's not in a mean way. It's not in a, but you don't know how to play and you're not willing to play the reality TV game because that's the reality TV game. Now, I can respect it because isn't that one of the things we've been fussing on Real Housewives of Potomac all season? Why are you hanging around that person? That person's not your friend. That person doesn't like you. Why would you be with them? Why are you hanging with them? Why do you want to talk to them? So we can't have it both ways. When I say we, I mean as viewers, we can't have it both ways. We can't say, oh, well, why she won't just go around? She knows she on a reality show. She just need to film her scenes. But then when somebody else does it on another show, then we got a problem with it. So we can't have it both ways. So I can respect that. Joy is like, look, reality TV show or not, I'm not going to put myself in a space with people who I know don't F with me and I don't want to be around them. I can respect that. But that is part of the reality TV show game. So you probably just need to bow out gracefully because that's what I keep trying to explain to y'all. And when I say y'all, I ain't talking about y'all, but I'm saying y'all, whenever people get so mad on these reality shows, why is she with her? She knows she don't like her. She know he was talking trash about her. She know that they did it because that is what they get paid to do. They get paid to go on the trips. They get paid to go to the brunches and the lunches and the workouts and the candle making and the pumpkin picking and they get paid the wine tasting. That is the job. That's the job. So when people start complaining about, I don't even understand why Candace is so pressed to be friends with Ashley. She know Ashley don't like her. Girl, Candace is collecting her check. Exactly. Some of us don't like our coworkers either, but if your boss put y'all on a team together and y'all got a project to do, I bet you better get it done. What you gonna tell your boss? I'm not doing that project with her. I don't like her. So that's why I get frustrated when people get so passionate. I don't even understand. She knows she didn't like her. She knows she did it. Baby, this is their job. So Joy has made a decision that she is not going to put herself in a space that she does not feel comfortable. And again, I can respect that. But the flip side of that is then you probably need to bow out of this show. Because just like Shirelle is trying to give us moments to secure her spot for next season, Joy, you're doing the opposite. And you're going to become forgettable. And you're not going to secure your spot. And Ashley, whether people like her or not, I love Ashley. I absolutely love Ashley. But whether people like Ashley or not, Ashley is a star of this show. She, she is the star of the show. Her husband, Jamie and Urena, they are especially now that Monique and Chris are gone, they are the anchors of this show. So if you ain't getting along with Ashley and Ashley ain't effing with you, because Ashley's going to be in 90% of the scenes. So if you ain't, if you're not filming with Ashley because you don't want to be around Shirelle and Ashley's going to invite Shirelle, then girl, I don't know what to tell you. Do you, and again, I like you, Joy, but you're going to have to make a decision. Either you're going to play the game or you're just not going to do the show. And it almost makes me question if this was even her idea. It almost makes me question who wanted to be on this show, her or Clifton. They also discuss that Joy thinks that they're phony because they always have Winter around, and Winter, Joy feels like Winter tried to do Jamie and Urena's marriage like some harm and try to start ish. And she was like, if you really cool with Urena and that's really your friend, then why do you have Winter around? Why do you keep inviting Winter? And again, I just explained all that, child, because Ashley knows she got to play the game. Ashley gives us moments with Winter, like that whole conversation with her and Winter two episodes ago when they were having their little sit down was hilarious to me. It was a hilarious moment with her sipping on her damn drink. It was hilarious. Hey, Kevin, how you doing? Clifton definitely wanted to be on the show, not Joy, in my opinion. That's how I feel like it. That's how I feel. I really do feel that way. You agree with Joy on that? Again, I'm not going to say that she's fake or not for having Winter around. I understand where she's coming from, but again, child, if Winter name on the call sheet, Winter going to come and call. So then something very interesting happens at the end of the scene. Ashley brings up, well, Alicia was like, well, are they married? Because they hashtagged the Petties when they were out with Urena and Tyler, and it was like the Tylers and the Petties. So she was like, girl, are they already married? Now, here's the moment where I think y'all were being petty. Child, listen. We done all done it. Maybe not everybody, but I feel like most people have done it. You with a man, y'all are engaged to be married, y'all shopping for wedding dresses and venues and stuff. You hanging out with another couple that's already married, and y'all hashtagging. Okay, we're going to hashtag the Petties and we're going to hashtag the Tylers. I ain't think it was that serious and I ain't think it was that deep. But then Ashley says, well, they are married. What? They already married? I said, what? Interesting. So y'all ran down to the justice of the peace and went on and got married, and y'all just gonna do a whole ceremony for the show? Y'all wasn't gonna say nothing. Y'all was gonna give us a whole ceremony, a whole 1-2 for the show. Now, I'm gonna be honest. In that moment, I didn't believe it until the end of this episode. We're gonna get there in a second. Well, we're gonna get there now because I already talked about Winter and this damn double date, child. So Joy, Urena, and Ashley go to a spin class. And while they're at the spin class, Ashley was like, even though Joy don't come to none of my events, I'm gonna come and support her event. Joy talked about how she had picked up weight and yada, 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 boo, boo, getting ready for the wedding, blah, blah, blah. So after they have the spin class, they sitting around talking. And Joy started double talking because Joy was saying, Urena brought up Joy not coming to her wig party. And she was like, well, I really wanted to be there. But, we were sick and I really wanted to be there. And Ashley was like, wait a minute. So you were going to come to Urena's wig party even though Shirelle was there? She was like, well, that's my girl. I'm going to support my girl. Just because she's there, I'm going to still come and support my girl. And Ashley was like, so you go to Urena's wig party to support her, but you're not coming to my Christmas party because Shirelle is going to be there. Well, that's because that's more of an intimate event. She said, girl, stop playing with me. You've been to my house before. I got this big-ass house with 4 levels and a backyard. We're going to have a DJ. We're going to have stuff going on. There's going to be probably 100 people in there. Girl, she said, you came to my cookout and y'all didn't even have to talk to each other. Girl, stop it. You just play. Now you playing games. You don't want to come because you don't want to come to one of my events. Because if it's Urena, then you ride or die because that's your girl, that's your homie. So then Ashley says, well, I called, Carmen to invite you, da-da-da-da-da. And I thought that was curious because for a minute I had to remember who the hell Carmen was. Carmen was also on Ready to Love. Carmen does talent management. Like, she has like a talent management firm. So I was like, oh, is she their agent? Is she their agent? Do people have to go through her to book Joy and Clifton? So, because my thing is, why was Ashley even calling Carmen to tell Carmen about the party? Why Ashley couldn't just send Joy and Clifton a text? That didn't make sense to me. But then Carmen is going to repeat what Joy said and be like, oh, well, I think Joy's going to take a little bit of a break. I think Joy's taking a break. Why Joy taking a break? Well, she just kind of felt like y'all were being a little fake. What? Carmen, you supposed to be my friend. Why are you repeating what I said to Ashley what I said about Ashley to Ashley? You supposed to be my friend. You're supposed to be my friend. Why in the hell would you be repeating? So I said, okay, this told me a couple of things. One, this told me that Carmen is working as some sort of go-between for Joy and Clifton as it relates to the show. And this also told me that, girl, Carmen, you looking for a moment. Because there was no reason for you to do that. That's supposed to be your friend. You said that y'all are friends. But I told y'all last week that I was side-eyeing that whole Carmen, Joy, Clifton triangle situation anyway. I told y'all I was side-eyeing it. But I didn't understand it. I'm still confused by it. I'm still confused by that. Why were you calling Carmen to tell Joy to come to a party? Girl, you don't have Joy number? Like, is that the way it's set up that you have to go, like you supposed to go? Like, I was confused by that. I was starting to turn a new leaf over with Joy, but Mama got to stop backpedaling on what she said and stand in it. You're not a girl's girl, sis, and that's okay. Just stand on it. Exactly. And that's why I said at the beginning of this that I just think Joy needs to bow out gracefully, because you not only do you not want to play the game, you don't know how to play the game. You're not willing to play the game. And that's okay. Like, this ain't for everybody. And that's cool. This reality situation is just not for everybody. If you can't be, like, I know it ain't for me. Because I just, that's not I can't do that. I'm just telling you now. As a Cancer, I ain't even gonna say as a Cancer, I'm just say as me. I might put up with more than I should put up with, and when it comes to relationships, whether it's friendships, whether it's boyfriend, girlfriend, I might put up with more than somebody else will put up with. But once I'm done, I am done. Like, I don't do the back and forth. I don't break up to make up. Me and friends don't fall out and then we become friends again. We might become cordial again. We might even hang out and spend time together again, but we'll never be what we were. Because my personality won't allow it. I'm cool with pretty much all my ex-boyfriends. That don't mean I won't be with them again. I'm cool with them, though. I ain't no beef. I mean, I ain't never had no boyfriend whoop my tail. I ain't never had no boyfriend just, be blatant and disrespectful to me, cheating on me and stuff like that. I'm not saying I've never been cheated on, but I mean in my face, disrespectful kind of stuff, right? I ain't never been through that kind of stuff. But when I'm done, I'm done. So I know I don't have the personality for reality TV because I can't do that breakup, makeup, breakup, makeup, breakup, makeup. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I don't have it in me. And so I know that reality TV is not for me. Can I be around people that I don't F with? Yeah, I could do that. I can be in a room with people that I don't like. I do it all the time at work. I got coworkers I can't stand. But I'm going to be professional. But as far as once we're no longer friends, especially if you did something to me, nah, we good. I'm good. Joy's facial expressions are stank. Actually, she comes off phony. If projecting was a person. Ooh, that's exactly how we Cancers are. Yeah, child, I ain't got it in me, Keisha. I just ain't got it in me, girl. But my thing is, I can respect how Joy feels. You don't want to be around Shirelle. I can respect that. But Joy was like, this game of telephone, and he said, she said, and this, and this. And I'm like, but your girl was part of it. Your girl Carmen, because Carmen ain't had no reason to repeat any of that to Ashley. Your girl Carmen did this. Carmen created this situation that you're dealing with Ashley right now. I agree, Kevin. I agree, and I said it, and I've been saying that. Even when I've been seeing them on social media, because I follow all of them on Instagram. Even when I've been seeing it, I've been peeping it on social media. I'm like, why is Carmen always around? Like, why is Carmen? I figured that Carmen was working as their agent to a certain degree by the way she would post stuff on social media. Like, even when they got engaged, she was there. Why are you there? They got engaged on the local, like the local Good Morning America. I think it's Good Day DC or something like that. Girl, why are you there? Why are you in the studio when the two of them are getting engaged? They said they asked Carmen to get Joy to come because Joy said no because Shirelle, but Carmen went and told all the business. She should only be mad at Carmen. Okay, so thank you for clearing that up because I really didn't understand how Carmen even got in it. But I still feel like, why, if Urena is her girl, why do you have to go? I still don't understand how Carmen still don't have no reason to be in it. But okay. All right then. Cool. Yeah, child. Yeah, I know where Carmen came from. Yeah, they were all on Ready to Love together. I know. Child. It's a bit much. It's a bit much for me. So then they cleared it up, at least I guess they cleared it up. So they actually was like, well, girl, I was mad. So, when I get mad, I get petty. And so when Alicia asked me if y'all were married, I told her yes. Which again, I didn't think nothing of it until production asked Joy, well, are y'all married? And Joy's reaction, and of course they gave us the whole cliffhanger. Now what we're going to probably do is come back next week and Joy's going to be like, no, we're not married yet, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know, y'all. I ain't too sure. What y'all think? Y'all think it's just a fake out for the cliffhanger? Or do y'all think that they really went down to the justice of the peace and got married? What y'all think? Yeah, the same Carmen, Harold. The same Carmen. You think they went to the justice? Okay, Xavier said he think they went to the justice of the peace. I think it's possible. What's the reason for Carmen for being on Love and Marriage? Because she's their friend child. I think they got married. Joy already said she didn't want a big to-do. I think Joy and Clifton are married. I definitely think it's a possible. Like I said, I didn't think nothing of it when Ashley and then we're having that. What's up, Miss Sabrina? How you doing? Girl, how long you been in them bushes? How long you been in them bushes, girl? That wasn't your season though, Sabrina. You did the first season in DC, and they were from the second DC season, I believe. But I know y'all all know each other though. Hey, Miss Sabrina, how you doing, girl? This is Clifton's third marriage, really? I didn't realize he'd been married. He had his beard oil launch was today, and I actually meant to go. I put it on my calendar and everything, but then, child, we had the whole thing pop off this morning with the escape situation, and then the Martell Holt situation, and then I had a lunch. Me and my best friend were meeting for lunch because where his beard oil launch was, it's not too far from where I live. It really was in my neighborhood. Carmen doesn't like me. I'm always in the bushes. Girl, I watched tonight's episode, but missed last week's. I wouldn't a darn thing. Carmen said, serious, a chick who had ulterior motives on Ready to Love. Child, quiet as kept and loud as it is, a whole lot of people got ulterior motives to go on Ready to Love, and it ain't for love. Moving on. Yeah, his beard oil launch was today, so I'm sure they filmed it for the show. Because Ashley had a book signing last week, and I couldn't go to the book signing because I already had something scheduled, but it was last Friday, and that was being filmed for the show. It was on the flyer. The flyer for the book signing said this event is being filmed for a nationwide TV show or somehow it was worded. So it was filmed for the show, her book signing last week. Was at an all-black bookstore down at National Harbor. And like I said, I would have gone if I didn't have something to do, because I just would have went straight after work. Because I think the event started at like 5. It was like from 5 to 8 or something like that. I just would have went straight after work. But again, I had something to do. And this morning, child, I just forgot. I mean, I don't have no interest in beard oil, but I was going to go and buy some for a friend of mine. I have friends who have beards and see if them get to check it out. But like I said, I ended up having other stuff to do. This episode now explains the interview Winner had a few weeks back on another YouTube channel. Well, what'd she say, Kansas? Before we get out of here, because that's the end of the episode, child. What'd she say? Child, I don't think Carmen liked too many people. I just don't understand. And I said it. They're still filming. They're still filming. I don't know how long this season is going to be. What they're probably doing, and I don't know this to be a fact, so don't quote me on this. But what I feel like they might be doing is taking a break. So I feel like we're going to get probably 4 more episodes, because this was episode 8. I feel like we might get about 4 more episodes, because Love and Marriage Huntsville comes back the second week of April. And I feel like we're going to get like a mid-season break for Love and Marriage Huntsville. And then Love and Marriage Huntsville is going to go on their mid-season break, and then they're going to come back. I don't think we're going to get straight episodes, because I'm just looking at the pattern that Carlos has been doing with Love and Marriage Huntsville. Love and Marriage Huntsville will come, then they'll take like a 2-month, then they'll do the rest of the season, and then we'll get the reunion and all that good stuff. Last season for Love and Marriage DC, it was a short season, because it was, the new show. They didn't know if it was going to do well and all of that. So they only filmed a certain number of episodes. So I feel like with this season, I feel like we're going to get probably 20 episodes, but I don't think we're going to get them straight through, because we never get Love and Marriage Huntsville straight through. They always take some sort of a break. And the fact that it's coming right back, I don't think they'll have Love and Marriage Huntsville and Love and Marriage DC on at the same time for too long. They may overlap for a couple of weeks, but I don't think they're going to have them on at the same time for months. I just don't think they're going to do that, because they gotta stretch it out. They don't have that many original shows on OWN. They got to stretch the stuff out. If they put them all on at the same time, you know what I mean? So I feel like they're not going. I feel like they're going to break it up. She said there'll be dynamic change as the season progresses. Winner said there was going to be a shocking surprise on the show that we would never guess. She also said she is closer to Shirelle. Well, I heard that her and Ashley do actually become her and Urena, I think I heard her and Urena actually become friends. Now I could be wrong, but I think I heard that. Anyway, that's why I don't really watch a lot of the interviews, because I don't really want to know. I don't want spoilers. I want to be in real time. I want to be in real time. Anyway, y'all, let me get off of here. Hold on. Before I get off of here, let me check something real quick. All right. I'm on my way over to T's house, giving you the real tea. It's his birthday, and I'm on my way over there to hang out with him. So y'all come on over there and join me. He's a YouTuber if you don't know T, but most of y'all know T. So I'm on my way over there to celebrate and have cut some cake with him for his birthday. I will talk to y'all later. Listen, I won't see y'all tomorrow until probably the after show for the live show review for SWV, okay? Because y'all know I've been giving y'all a whole lot today. I got some other stuff to do tomorrow, okay? Mwah! I'll talk to y'all later. Winter says she likes Urena, not Ray Ray so much. Well, Ray Ray, child. Ray gets it going. We said, at the same time, Really B, you better say that Ready Love is losing its authenticity a bit, in my opinion. I agree. That's why I don't think I'm going to do put a ring on it this season, because I just think the concept at this point is just it's over. The concept is just over. It's not real anymore. It's not raw anymore. And yeah, I don't think I'll be reviewing it. All right, y'all, I'm out. Mwah!